Welcome back to HammerDroids.net. I found this next tab I'm going to show you yesterday when I was looking for something that would basically rescan my media. So I'd moved some photos around, I'd organised my folders, and they weren't showing up in the gallery properly because it needs to rescan the media. So I was searching through the marketplace and I came across this thing here. Now the icon says toolkit, but if you're searching in the marketplace, it's actually Droid Tools by Matthew Guineboud, something like that. Matthew, if you watch this review, I do apologise. Please feel free to let me know how you say your name. So the first thing you come up with when you open it is a task manager, which I have to say put me off a little bit. Since moving up to 2.2, I bravely removed all task managers, task killers, memory controllers, and I let Android do its thing. And to be honest, I've been finding I've had much better battery life. One of the arguments is you'll kill applications that the system will just start back up again. So you use processing cycles killing them, and then it uses processing cycles opening back up again and sort of, I don't know, doing whatever its initial checks and things might be. Whereas if you just let them sit there doing nothing, you're fine. So, I mean, I've been through and I've sort of, I've ignored most of the things that I know must keep running. That's the other thing, people perhaps don't realise what needs to be running sometimes. And what you can safely kill. Anyway, as I say, this wasn't really what I was after, a task manager, and again, in some ways it puts me off a little bit. But we have some other tools that we can use. So one is the market. No, I've already done it, which is a bit silly because I can't really show you, I suppose. So it tells me I've got 127 applications installed. Of those 127, they're all set to auto-update. Installed applications with auto disabled, 0. So basically, when I ran this yesterday, there were about, I don't know, 5 or 6 that auto update was on, and almost all of them weren't. And with one press, I've switched all of the apps over to auto update. I'm quite happy with that because if they change permissions, then it automatically gets unselected, if that makes sense. So I would suggest going to the market first and check if there's any there saying it needs manual updates. Come back out, switch them all over to auto update. And off you go. If they change permission, they'll let you know, and they come out of this category anyway. So that was quite useful. Cache. Now, this we might see at the bottom. It's saying it's been given root permissions. Anyway, this is could be very useful. Cache cleaner. When your cache clogs up, it can slow down your phone. We get two options here. Well, 3, sorry, but 2 different areas. Internal memory, of which my cache is 7.6, SD card, of which is 12 meg, and the total space, obviously, 19. Now, the annoying thing for me, I do use Google Maps quite a lot, and the Google Maps cache is stored on the SD card. So that was at about 60 meg yesterday, and to be honest, I was happy to leave it there. I didn't really want to clean it away, because it just makes Google Maps quicker. You know, whenever you're looking around the UK, it's already cached. And by mistake, I hit the top one, empty the whole cache, so it cleared out my SD card. But I'm more than happy to clear out the cache on my internal memory. You do need root for the app to be able to do this. I can't remember, to be honest, if you need root for it to do. I think it's only the cache and the auto update toggle. Both of those you need root for. You can still use the app if you haven't got root to do the other things. The other things being kill applications. See, I know I want that one ignored because that's what's my keyboard for me. SD card media, and this is the other thing. So it's telling me here at the minute I've got no excluded folder. There they all are. So different folders. When you go to gallery, it will pretty much any folder that's got an image in, it's going to show you. If it's a 3D gallery like you get on normal Android, if you're using Sense, there's a different gallery, and maybe you don't have that issue. I can't remember. But it's quite handy to be able to set different folders for it to ignore, basically. You don't want a bunch of icons showing up necessarily in your gallery. You might only want your photos. So at the minute, these are all the apps that are set to be excluded. So all the folders set to be excluded. I tap on Manage, and here they all are. Here are all the folders, and when you get to one that's excluded, you get a little, can you see that little lock symbol? So image shrink on Hello Mail, for example. I don't need to see them in my gallery when I'm looking through. And you can toggle them just by holding on it and selecting. We go back and back out, and there we are. So that's toolkit, but like I say, in the marketplace you're going to want to look for Droid tools, or you can just scan that with something like Quick Mark, and that'll take you straight to it. Droid tools. It is free. Sorry, it's a very new application. It's only been out, I think, a few days. It's already on version 1.4, so the developers obviously working hard to keep it up to date. And it seems pretty good, but just be very careful with the task killer. And I'd almost recommend don't even bother using the task killer. But it does have some useful other features. There we go. My name's Andy. HemiDroids.net.